Hey, sorry I didn't post yesterday. I kind of just ran out of time. There is an idea when it comes to finances or wealth of eventually getting to a point of your money making money for you. So everyone's familiar, or most people are familiar with the concept of having to work to earn money. Your labor is exchanged for money. But there is a level of wealth where you don't have to employ explicit labor to make money. You've already done the labor, and now the money you've made is making money itself. Maybe that's in hiring an accountant or someone that invests your money for you. So your money makes, is it interest, dividends back on the investments? Or maybe you bought something that increases in value and thus makes you money. Maybe you're a landlord, so the people that rent your land essentially pay your bills for you. Or maybe you were in a very popular TV show in the 90s about six friends living in New York, and that show is so popular that it still gets broadcasted, and you're still making money from those episodes, even though you haven't filmed a new one in like 20 years. There's different ways of getting to a point where your money makes money for you. There's something, I think there's a similar dynamic, that similar echelon that is desired in social media, where at the start, your cachet depends on the videos you are actively making, what you make that day, your last video, your last, even in music, the last video you made, the last song you made, you're only as good as your last effort. You want to get to a point where you've done something that's so good it speaks for itself. It sells you for you without you having to explicitly do the hustling and selling yourself. I haven't reached that point yet. With the situation I'm thinking of, you can get to a point on, let's say, TikTok or YouTube specifically, where you can make videos so effective that you just watch the notifications pile up as more and more people become followers, become subscribers, without you having to have made a new video to bring in another handful of followers. So I'm at the point where I'm at a weird point where not only do I have to keep making videos to get a few more people in, but I also feel like I have to go live for TikTok to push those videos out, because when you go live, any short form videos you have, TikTok treats as an advert and will put them on more people's timelines to get them to check out that you are live on TikTok right now. I'm at that stage, so I'm making videos that are getting some people in, but it's mainly my going live that's making people go, oh, I haven't seen this video before. This person is now on my timeline because they're live. And I'm about to go live for the 8th day in a row in that effort. I'm trying to still get to 10,000 followers. I think I'm 580 people away. But what you want is to get to a point where you make some videos and then you don't have to keep making each day, because what you've made is so effective that speaks for itself. Similarly, in reading about the Strokes in that book, Meet Me in the Bathroom, they talk about hiring Ryan Gentles as their first manager. He had not been a manager before. He was young like them, new to this idea, but they sensed in him someone that was hungry like they are, and someone who could sell them without them being in the room. When you're not the one that has to say personally, hey, I'm in this band, we're good, come check us out, but someone else can be your ambassador essentially and do that for you. There is one artist or one band on TikTok that really comes to mind as having achieved this and then some, and that's the band Scarlet Foxes. I made a podcast episode about them, episode 314 from the 15th of November last year, which is shortly after I'd first come across them. Scarlet Foxes have only put up 5 videos. Each of those videos has over 1 million plays. One of them has almost 60 million plays. They currently have almost 600,000 followers and over 15 million likes. All of these videos were posted in late October, early November 2022. They haven't posted anything since, but they accrued such large numbers based on just that. That's the sweet spot I'm talking about, where you can put in a work that is so effective, you don't have to keep putting in work to continue to grow. That work speaks for itself, it spreads like wildfire, and it gets you where you need to be. on the one hand, I don't think I've quite made the videos, whatever, to reach that point. For all I know, maybe Scarlet Foxes had a whole bunch of other videos that weren't successful, but then they touched on these 5 that did the job. And they are all videos of the 2 main folks. I don't even know what their names are, but they are truly frolicking is the only word for it. They are frolicking in the woods, soundtracked by classic 80s songs by the Smiths and Tears for Fears and others. And it's so effective. You haven't even heard any of their original music, but they've painted such a vivid picture of the landscape that they are clearly trying to create with what will be their music, that you're buying a ticket already. So much so that almost 600,000 people have bought tickets, virtual tickets. They're following them, is what I mean. But maybe they did put up a bunch of videos that weren't as successful, but once they touched on these 5 that are all of them frolicking in the woods, they deleted all the others and just stuck with the 5, which brings me to another point. 1, it's that you need to first make the video that is that effective, and 2, once you tap into that something, it could be in your best interest to remove everything else. Because the thing about TikTok is once people follow you, they will now see your older videos. Some of those older videos might be a very different vibe to the ones that made them want to follow you, and because of that, it might make them unfollow you. I did a bit of this. I think of it as just basically housekeeping. There are some older videos I got rid of, some of me playing original material. When I first was making this go of things, I would do these like quizzes. So I'd play a bunch of riffs and see if anyone could guess what the songs were. I've now found it's more effective to just play along to the song and make it clear what the song is, and then people will tell you, oh yeah, I know that song, or I didn't know that song, rather than making people guess. If people have to guess, they're scrolling away. So once I realized that, I got rid of all the videos where I just played songs and asked people to guess, and I've just got the videos where I'm playing along to a song, and it's known what the song is. But I'm still, similar to the video I made about throwing darts in the dark, I'm still in that exploratory phase of trying to find the image, the niche, the thing that best puts across what it is I'm trying to do, and then makes money for me without me having to actively work at it. And also the pace at which I'm going live every day, putting a new podcast out every day, posting videos every day, that isn't hugely sustainable. It's very much in the effort to make some rapid growth and then get to a point where I can dial back on that, but the stuff I've made is keeping the momentum going in my stead. And also to shift the narrative as well. When I go live, I tend to play bass guitar along to songs like The Strokes, Interpol, Yeah Yeah Yeahs, LTD Soundsystem, The Rapture, The Killers, Arctic Monkeys, etc. That has a novelty to it. There's something enjoyable about it, but there's only so long you can do that before that starts to get stale and the audience can start to wane. So I'm about to go for day number 8. I think day 9 and 10 I might have to press pause on. But hopefully by then it's understood what it is I'm doing. And it's not such a, oh, he didn't go live today, that's it, I'm unfollowing, I'm out. And I come back and I find I've got half the people I had because I didn't go live one time. But I'm still seeking that out. I don't think there's a clear-cut formula for how to find that. In fact, the closest thing to a formula is just to find someone else who was successful and try to copy what they did in your own type of way. And right now, the thing that most immediately comes to mind, I feel like I'm always like this when I'm my neck is aching, I don't know, rambling. The thing that most closely comes to mind is playing your instruments outside. That is part, as well as the locale being interesting, that is part of what made the Scarlet Foxes thing so inviting. It's them in this fantastic pastoral scene, and they do this kind of skidding thing across what looks like a bridge. I think it's a bridge over a waterfall, or maybe a stream or something, but just them playing or just holding instruments in an unconventional place for instruments to be works, as well as having a really good soundtrack of songs everyone knows from the 80s. Slight distraction out the window there. I haven't found my version of that yet. I think I have. I had a bout of inspiration last night. If you live near train tracks or near a big road, it's likely that as a pedestrian there'll be some kind of bridge that you can go up the steps to cross said train tracks or said big road. There's a few of those near where I live, and I'm going to use each of them, film a certain sequence of actions at each of those, and then soundtrack that with my music and cut between the different pedestrian bridges. So one of the ideas I have is running at the camera. There's like 8 different locations I have in mind. I'd put the camera, my phone on one end of the bridge, and I'd be on the other end, and I'd run towards the camera, and then I would edit between the different bridges that I'm at to the beat of the music. It's just about doing your thing, because so many people think if I just sit in my room and play my song on acoustic guitar and maybe put up a message about this, I wrote this song when I went through a breakup, that would be enough. I think the novelty of that has come and gone, and now that's a quick skip. That's a quick scroll past. Similar to stop scrolling. That's a surefire way to make me get the hell out of there. Like, on a weird level, it's like, you can't tell me what to do, I think. Or, hey, have you ever felt anxiety? Me too. So that's why I wrote this song. That's, again, just at some point, maybe deeper in the lockdown period, that might have been a effective method to get people's attention. Now I think it's, again, a quick swipe. I think the most immediate way to get people's attention is to have a setting that's unconventional. It also doesn't hurt to have a song that's good. But that's something you can make a song that you really like. You can't control how many other people will like it, but you can do as much as you can to make the video intriguing enough to make people want to stick around. That's what I'm working on. Right now, everything I've done has been in my room. Once I hit 10,000, I hope I do it today. I really don't know. We'll see. But once I hit 10,000, I will film outside of my room, outside of this. And that will hopefully be something that turns the needle a bit. Like, oh, this narrative is evolving. Let's see where things go. And maybe, hopefully, I'll get to a point where my money makes money for me. Social medially speaking. What do you think? Sorry, I've got Spotify open in the background. Someone is listening to a song by an artist called Pigs, 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 Pigs for my playlist that I think is called Pigs, 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 Pigs. Oh no, there's an artist called Pigs, 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 Pigs. Pigs, 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 Pigs. They've got 59,152 monthly listeners. That was Benjamin Heath listening to that. Thanks, Ben, for introducing me to Pigs, 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 Pigs. On that note, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Maybe I'll do a cover. I don't know. I'll see you around.